order from Georgia Judge Scott McAfee. Now, it looks like Fani Willis really doesn't care very much about the rule of law, as she's been calling anyone who doesn't agree with her as an idiot. Now, she recently did a speech inside of a church where she called out her critics. Inside of a church, guys. I mean, what's going on? Fani Willis, she's been facing a lot of scrutiny as of late, and many experts believe that, it's only a matter of time before she's just disqualified from the Donald Trump Georgia election interference case, and then we'll be done with her. But ultimately ending her goal of restricting the former president's run at the White House. Now, she's also faced a lot of criticism from her own constituents as questions regarding financial oversight continue to rise. So, of course, she had to go to race. She had to take it to the church. They're trying to get some church up in there. But unfortunately, the DA's office has discretion over millions of dollars of federal funding. Some members of the community feel as if not much has changed with her in charge. In fact, some people say that it's gotten even worse. And it's also worth noting that some folks are saying bald head scallywag ain't got no hair in back. But it is what it is. But we have to understand that her team that is handling the Young Thug trial, they're facing allegations of corruption. This was raised after an attorney from the defense team was notified of a secret meeting that they had with the judge. We're talking about Judge Ural. I always want to say Judge Urine, but it's Ural Galvin or Glavin. So anyway, without further ado, the real question is, while Fani Willis tries to put on this brave face, she's actually covering some uncharted territories. And so what does she do whenever she's in trouble? Well, she has a tendency to pull the race card. And a lot of people hate when she does that. Take a listen to what's going on here.
A defiant Fulton County District Attorney delivers a message to her detractors.
Black women are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
During an appearance today at an African Methodist Episcopal church outside Atlanta, Fani Willis talked about what she's gone through since former President Donald Trump tried to get her removed from prosecuting his election subversion case in Georgia, and since Nathan Wade resigned as a prosecutor in the case because of their previous relationship.
What can I say? I lived the experience of a black woman who is attacked and over-sexualized. See, I'm so tired of hearing these idiots call my name as Fanny in a way to attempt to humiliate me. Because like silly schoolboys, the name reminds them of a woman's rear, of her behind.
Willis did not mention anyone by name in her speech, but alluded to the moment Trump's former attorney, Rudy Giuliani, made an offensive remark about her at a Michigan church event last week.
I've got two prosecutors, Fanny the hoe.
Willis responded to that this morning.
Very anti-Christian behavior celebrated. In fact, they cheer, celebrated, and laugh loudly.
This came just hours after CNN's Caitlin Collins interviewed Nathan Wade. A tense moment came with this question.
When did the romantic relationship between the two of you start?
There's been this effort to say that, okay, these exact dates are at issue, and these exact dates are I'm getting signaled here.
A consultant to Wade interrupted the interview. They moved aside and spoke for a few moments. Then Collins resumed.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Just to revisit the question, it was to clarify when the romantic relationship...
Yo, Rudy Giuliani said Fanny the hoe. Can you believe that? That's, I gotta say, that's a little bit out of line, Mr. Giuliani. What do you guys think about that? Is he out of line? Is he accurate? What do y'all think, guys? Now, I just want to go ahead and ask this very simple question. Do you believe that Fani Willis, Fanny Pack stands for every black woman in Fulton County? Because she keeps pushing this narrative that it's all about race, and that they're trying to sexualize her name. I didn't hear that. Did you guys hear that? Maybe I've overlooked something, but a lot of critics are calling her out for talking all about, all this inside the church where people up in there, they're trying to get some church. They ain't trying to hear about the drama. They trying to hear from the pastor. But instead, Fani Willis wants to air her dirty laundry out in the pulpit. Can you believe this, guys? This is unbelievable. So critics are now calling her out for talking all this and that inside of a church, inside the church, when she was the one who allegedly had an affair with a married man. Can I not get an amen on that one? Now, this actually could explain the criticism that she's facing when it comes to the romantic relationship side of the game. Now, quick shout out to Jacob Barlett for the big, huge $10 super chat. Ron, if you watch Wade's handlers carefully, the guy in the white shirt is giving the camera the bird. Yo, I didn't even notice that. I did not even notice that, Jacob. I'm going to have to run that back and see exactly what you're talking about. Appreciate that, my brother. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate all of you guys on the channel, hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel. You guys are dope. Really appreciate you guys. But this could really explain a lot of the criticism that Fani Willis is facing when it comes to romantic relationships. Willis, let's just say that her words did not go unnoticed. She got blasted, literally figuratively blasted by a lot of people on mainstream media. And even the comments on these videos showed that there was a lot of discomfort with the words that was coming out of her mouth. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, a lot of the words that was coming out of her mouth was making people a little bit uncomfortable, right? Because she says that she's not listening to what her detractors are saying. But at the same time, in between time, she's accurately listing out what they're talking about. How are you saying, oh, I ain't listening to my detractors, but at the same time, you know exactly what your detractors have said? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Stop faking the funk. You already know you all up in, you watching the videos and you're reading the comments and it's getting under your skin. And so some people believe that this is just a little bit of narcissism on her end because it's always somebody else's fault. Now get this, Fox News contributor and former pro wrestler Tyrus, he was on recently and straight up called out Fani for her words and her actions. And so basically he says Fani Willis continues to blame the system for attacks on her. Meanwhile, she forgets that it's her fault as to why it started. So she never owns up to her own mistakes, but instead she pretty much just kind of says, hey, it's all somebody else's fault. It's that guy over there in the corner. That's his fault. So Tyrus agreed. Basically, Tyrus was like, enough is enough, guys. Enough is enough. Now, Tyrus is good, probably 400 pounds. This is a big dude. He was, pro wrestler at one point. Tyrus argues on Fox News, if you're not doing anything, then there should be no reason to explain yourself, right? I think he brings up a good point. If you're not doing anything, why even like remark? Why? So if what you're doing is by the book and it's reputable, then there should be no need to defend it from anyone. That's basically the point that he's trying to make. But, I want to ask a question to everybody here on the live. By the way, if you guys haven't already, say hello in the live, drop a quick thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. But I want to ask you guys, do any of you guys find Fani Willis having an affair as inappropriate? Or is this just typical? Affairs happen all the time. And we should just get used to it. Like her ex-boyfriend, Nathan Wade, said, what they're doing is basically as American as apple pie. So y'all be eating that apple pie like that? Like Nathan Wade be eating that apple pie? I'm just wondering. But I just want to ask you guys, because both her and Nathan Wade have said that it's completely normal. So, Wade even said that, this is America. This is what they do in America. And yet we still see Willis time and time again defending herself. I don't know. Because deep down, many people believe that she knows what she did is wrong. And I think it would be easier to accept and move on if it was like, some acceptance. Hey, you know what? This is what happened. apologies, humility, but there was none of that. There were no apologies. There was no humility. There was none of that. Which could be the signal that even she admits that the people's opinion of her in Fulton County is changing. And it's not helped by the fact that she's doing terribly in that case against Young Thug. I mean, her team's now under scrutiny for alleged coercion and witness intimidation. And to make matters worse, I think it's pretty clear that the judge that's looking over the RICO trial is working with the DA's office. Yep, that's right. He's working with the DA's office, and or at least it certainly appears that way. I mean, if you guys haven't seen that previous video I did, just kind of covering what actually went down in the courtroom, oh my God, you guys got to see that one. Make sure you hit the live link. Look at the previous video. We went in on that case, and Young Thug's attorney went in. Ashley Merchant went in. Everybody went in on that judge. But anyway, he even tried to imprison one of the defense attorneys for asking some simple questions. What is going on in Fulton County? I mean, it's also come out that Fani Willis and her team tried to intimidate a key witness in the trial. Now, again, going back to the ex parte conversation that the prosecution had with the witness, the judge, Ural Glanville, basically, the evidence really just kind of suggests that Fani Willis did something similar to, Nathan Wade's wife. Now, just imagine that, guys. The defense attorney, or excuse me, the district attorney, intimidating you for being the wife of her lover. And yet, even with all of these signs of corruption, Fani Willis wants to go ahead and say that it's all because of the color of her skin. So I got to ask you guys, do y'all believe it's all about race, or is it about the actions and the impropriety? Because a lot of people believe that this will is basically going to hurt Fani Willis in the end. No pun intended, Fani Willis in the end. Get it? Okay. Boom, boom. So anyway, because the truth matters to the people. Seriously, guys, the truth is she paid Nathan Wade close to like $1 million for his services. And, he was also allowed to continue his private practice at the same time. Keep in mind, pretty much nobody else in her office had that same. That's a real bummer for anybody else who wasn't Nathan Wade, able to basically double dip, making that Fani Willis kind of money, plus having your own private practice on the side that wasn't afforded to all the attorneys there. So, and of course, there's a whistleblower that talked about her office's plans to misuse some federal grant money, which she tried to protect the office from doing that, thinking that she was doing the right thing, trying to, warn against this error that might have been unknown. But apparently an ex-employee that's shown exemplary work ethic and honesty somehow got fired for her poor or alleged poor performance. Now, this has a lot of experts predicting that, it's not going to help. It's not going to take very long for Fani Willis to be removed from Donald Trump's election interference case. Article 3 Project founder Mike Davis said that Fani Willis and her entire office will soon be disqualified from the case. And if a sane prosecutor takes over and looks at the facts, he thinks that they'll probably end up just simply dismissing the case. But what do y'all think? Now, in relation to that particular situation, I actually did a previous video where I talked about the possibility of a mistrial in New York. Oh, yeah. So this is in relation to Donald Trump's hush money trial, where questions about the judge's conflict of interest it became a hot topic. Let's just put it that way. So if you guys have not seen that video, be sure to go into the description and click that link and watch that video. Oh my God. We're blowing the lid off this thing here, guys. Again, if you haven't already, do hit the like button for the video, subscribe to the channel. But what do y'all think about what's going on, guys? What do y'all think? Lisa B, what's going on? John Gardner in the house. What's going on? Let's say we got Catalia in the house. We got Rad Data 4. Judith and Dan Davis says Fanny got paid, Wade got laid, and the country got played. What's going on, Keenan Ripon? Awesome. I love the support that we're getting here in the comments, guys. Hey, if you haven't already, again, subscribe, share this video, check out the next one in the description, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all be safe.